Coming up in this week's episode of Coast News, Pleasure Beach Resort have confirmed the opening date for Launchpad, and the newest update has arrived for Planet Coaster 2. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Coast News. And as always, got some amazing news from different theme parks, rise attractions and events all over the world. So let's get straight into the news today. And our top story for tonight, Pleasure Beach Resort have officially announced the opening date of their refurbished, reimagined attraction for this year, Launchpad. And it's actually, I'm so glad they finally announced the opening date of this attraction after all these months of us all waiting, seeing the progress of this ride be transformed into what it is now. And it's sooner than you think if you haven't heard already. Basically, Launchpad is an S&S short tower located at Pleasure Beach Resort in Blackpool, England. The ride first opened in 1997, originally known as PlayStation The Ride. Launchpad has had a number of renames throughout its service life, most recently being called Ice Blast from 2002 until 2024. Launchpad was closed throughout the entire 2024 season, with no clear understanding on what the future of the ride was until December of that year. That month, Pleasure Beach Resort confirmed that Ice Blast would go through a major refurbishment, re-theme, and will be renamed to Launchpad. The biggest part of the refurbishment includes a brand new cylinder in the ride tower, which has a pressure of 105 psi. The ride will also receive a brand new colour scheme and storyline themed around space exploration. Pleasure Beach Resort have confirmed that Launchpad will officially open on 7th of May 2025. So, like I said, that is literally sooner than we all think. Like 7th of May, that is, I believe, about 2 weeks away. Not even that. Literally, it's about 12 days until the ride opens, which is crazy to think. Because they have been saying for quite a while that it's going to be opening in spring 2025. And for the longest time we've not known when that was. And then they finally confirmed it literally early this week that it's going to be opening on 7th of May. Will you be there on opening day for the attraction, and how do you think it'll actually differ from when it was originally Ice Blast? Because that brand new cylinder they've said will revolutionise the ride experience, and that increased pressure up to 105 psi. I don't know what pressure level it was before, but apparently that's an increase in what it was before, which should, what they've said, make the launch when you're being launched up the tower more powerful, which will be interesting to see. What we've seen from testing footage so far, it doesn't look much different than how it did when it was Ice Blast originally and its previous iterations. But it could actually differ from when you actually get on the ride, because videos and just seeing it off ride doesn't necessarily do the ride experience itself justice. So I guess we'll all find out when it opens on the 7th of May. In other news today, Update 4 has arrived for Planet Coaster 2. And I'm glad after all these months that Frontier are still consistently dropping big new updates for Planet Coaster 2 every month. And this is the 4th update, and we've got some brand new features to talk about, as well as enhancements to already existing features. So let's get straight into this. The 4th major update to Planet Coaster 2 was released on Tuesday 22nd of April. As with previous updates, Update 4 introduces several new features and enhancements. These include new restaurant facilities, where you can customize the positioning of counters, seating and tables, as well as a completely customizable menu with a variety of different ingredient options. You can now also change the colour of pool water, pool tiles and water-shaped scenery items. Pre-made world maps from Act 2 of Career Mode have also now been added to the Sandbox mode for the game. De-themed versions of the Pearl Ride's spinning Manic Mouse and the valets in the Walden Flying Coaster have also been added as an option for ride vehicles. Scenery pieces from the themed version of these ride vehicles have now been added to the scenery menu, as with previous versions of the themed ride vehicles. Several enhancements have also been made to Frontier Workshop, and there have also been several bug fixes throughout various parts of the game. So yeah, Update 4 is here, and also a part of Update 4 we've got some new audio pieces from the Western theme, and yes, the Western theme actually returned for Update 3, and now in Update 4 they've also added several audio tracks from the Western theme into the game for Update 4. Now there is going to be a Frontier Unlocked live stream on the 30th of April where they'll highlight several features of Update 4 and also go over more on what we can expect for Update 5. Now personally I do like these little updates they're adding, although I do hope in future updates they'll start adding brand new attractions that we've not seen, because so far in these updates it's great that they're adding de-themed versions of coaster trains, which allows a lot more customizability for the trains. And I'm glad that they're bringing back previous flat rides and coaster types from Planet Coaster 1 into this game. But what I would like to see is actual new additions, like brand new ones that we've never seen before, added into the game. So like, I don't know, that would basically just be the same as the Mack launch coaster. The modern version of the tilt coaster, for example, we could possibly see that added in. There are several different ride types that exist in the real world that aren't in either game that could be added into Planet Coaster 2. We did sort of get that in Update 1, but that was part of the DLC. Hopefully going forward we'll see that more added into like the actual main game itself. But what did you think of Update 4? Do you like the new features that they've added? Just let me know in the comments below. Also in the news today, Helios has officially opened at Fantasiana. And honestly, this ride, it's really weird seeing it because it's such a small ride, but yet it looks like an absolutely insane ride experience at the same time. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically, Helios officially opened on the 12th of April 2025. It is a striker coaster located at Fantasiana in Salzburg, Austria. Built by German manufacturer Mack Rise, Helios is the second ever striker coaster from the company, with the first one being Voltron at Europa Park, which officially opened in 2024. Helios stands 75.5 feet tall and reaches a top speed of 46.6 miles per hour. It also has 3 inversions. These inversions are a corkscrew, a barrel roll down drop, and another corkscrew. People who have ridden this ride since its opening have praised it for its insane layout with amazing ejector air time, and also some overall really wacky elements with a lot of air time and hang time. Now overall, like I said, you see like videos and pictures of this ride, and even though it's not like the stats, it's not particularly tall or fast. It's probably one of the smallest like thrill coasters I can think of that Mack have made. But like this ride just goes to show that it doesn't have to be the tallest or the fastest or even the longest. It's only about 1,500 feet long in terms of track length to be a fun ride, because this looks like it has some really insane elements with all that weird outer bank to airtime hill, the inversions, like. And it even has like a corkscrew. The second corkscrew goes over the ride station, which is honestly one of the most highly praised elements from what I've seen, with like the ones that like Let Coaster has over in Poland, which has a flyby inversion over the station. This ride has one of those, and it has several other elements as well, which look crazy. What do you think? Have you ridden Helios at Fantasia, and what do you think of it? Let me know in the comments below if you've been on there, if you've enjoyed it. And finally in the news today, Disney have revealed new details about the upcoming Lion King lands for Disneyland Paris. And this is actually a pretty interesting new attraction that I don't think Disney have ever done. This is the first one This is the first like ever sort of attraction and lands that they've built. Well, the first fully themed land anyway that they've built themed around the Lion King. But if you've not heard, basically recently, Disneyland Paris have released new details about their upcoming land at Walt Disney Studios, soon to be known as Disney Adventure World, about their new land themed to the Lion King, as well as when we can expect construction to begin on this new land. The main attraction of the new land will be a brand new water ride that will take you into the heart of the 1994 animated film. The ride is set to include a number of descents or drops, with the tallest one being 16 meters high. The new ride will also include audio animatronics, iconic songs from the film, and will be built around a 37-meter tall replica of Pride Rock. Construction on the new land is set to begin in autumn 2025, and it will officially open at some point after the new World of Frozen land, which is set to open in 2026. So these are some pretty interesting details. It's only like a few details about what we can expect from it. We've got like the basic details about, we know it's going to have like audio animatronics, which most modern Disney attractions have animatronics in them, and they're actually some of the most advanced animatronics ever, and they're always making them more interesting and technologically advanced, making them more realistic. And some of the stuff that they've done with their animatronics in recent years has been insane, so I cannot wait to see what this one does with this new Lion King attraction. And also a 37-meter tall replica of Pride Rock. That's actually going to look crazy in real life. 37 meters, that's well over 100 feet tall. That's probably more than twice the height of the ride itself, or at least the highest drop on the ride, which is going to be 16 meters. That's about 50 feet, I think, or near enough that sort of height. Yeah, it's going to look crazy. Whether there's going to be any other attractions in the area, I'm not sure, but the main standout attraction of that whole ride area will be this new water ride, which looks very similar to sort of like Splash Mountain, or as it's now known, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, but obviously themed around the Lion King. Now we still don't know like an opening year. We know it's going to be opening at some point after the new Frozen land, which is set to open next year. So my best guess is probably going to be around 2027 at the earliest. This new Lion King land might open. So yeah, that's it for this week's episode of Coast News. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, then please make sure to like and subscribe, and comment where we'd like to see in the next video. Goodbye.